They are all young people transitioning into adulthood, that critical 16 to 24 age group. Most were homeless or at risk for being homeless because they didn't have the skills or support to become self-sufficient.
Yeah, I was a victim of abuse, and at the age of 7, I was pulled away from my family.
My parents were into drugs and stuff, and my sister was selling drugs, so it was kind of me on my own. And
I hated high school. I hated school with passion, so I did it in 3 years just so that I could get out of it as fast as I could.
I have a 2-year-and-a-half-year-old son, and I have to get my life together so I can support him.
Some aged out of the foster care system and abruptly found themselves with nowhere to live, and again, with few skills to survive on their own.
Moved from different group homes, different foster homes. So at the age of 18, I had nowhere to go. And I was basically out on my own with nowhere to turn to.
There was a good chance these young people could have wound up perpetually homeless, bouncing from couch to couch, and unemployed. San Diego Youth Services refuses to abandon these youth.
We have several transitional housing programs here at the agency. So our biggest one is our Take Wing program for 16 to 24-year-olds, homeless young people. So we provide a variety of services for them: case management, parenting classes, independent living skills classes. They can stay with us for 18 months, and then some of them may move into our affordable housing program, where we have 3 little cottages in the North Park area for graduates of Take Wing. Some of our Take Wing graduates who are former foster youth may move into some of our other transitional living programs. We have a couple other programs just for former foster youth, where it's for foster youth who are 18 to 24, and they can stay up to 2 years in our program.
What about when you first saw your apartment? When I first saw mine, I opened the doors, they gave me the keys, and I went upstairs on my own. And it was raining. It was a really cold winter day, and no lie to you, I opened up the doors, went inside my room, didn't even check out the apartment. I just sat on the floor of the room and broke out crying.
why?
I was so excited that I had my own place. I was like, yes, yes, I did it.
We've had young people who've come to us and they were living in their cars. And if they have to keep living in their cars, that's obviously not going to help them move forward.
But in great part because of San Diego Youth Services and the County of San Diego and many of our collaborative partners, these young people instead are on a path to independence and success.
In 1998, when we did a survey of how our foster kids were doing, only 51% of them actually got a high school diploma or a GED. This last June, when we kind of surveyed all the different programs that we're involved with, the graduation rate of our foster teens was up to 86%. San Diego Youth Services is a great partner in this.
The reality is, when young people fail to launch, it drains our local economy. But Supervisor Greg Cox and many other solution-oriented elected officials know it doesn't have to be that way.
Well, if we don't invest in our youth and give them the support in order to be productive adults, I can assure you that we're going to see these same youth coming back through public assistance programs, through our jails and prisons. What a waste of an investment. I'd much rather put the money up front and make sure that they have the tools they need in order to succeed.
And all over the United States, other agencies are taking notice of our carefully thought-out plan that works and can be replicated anywhere in the country.
We've had a lot of young people come back and tell us about their successes. We have an amazing amount of young people in college right now, going to the community colleges, going to SDSU, also going to some of the vocational training colleges. And for me, that's a huge success.
Wow, this agency is amazing. When you come here, you're one person, and you notice that when you leave here, you're a completely different person. You've saved money, you have goals now, you've accomplished goals, and you feel like you have a future.
It's not likely you'll see any of these young people regressing to unemployment and homelessness. They are now ready to get on with their lives, and it's a good thing, not just for them, but for us as a community.
It truly is an investment, and I think that's how we think about how we work with all of our youth. We are investing time and resources into their successful futures. And their successful futures means that we have contributing, productive members of our society that are giving us a return on that investment.
Walter Phillips knows government funding can't do it all. This is a community crisis, and solid community partners like Qualcomm have and need to step up to help become part of the solution.
In this particular case, Qualcomm has been very pleased to partner with a situation that touches youth in transitional situations to make a difference in their lives at a time when the path forward can go in a negative way, or perhaps can go in a very different direction, a positive direction.
When the tear starts to fall, and you feel you've given it your all, when your back is up against the wall, rise up. Now I know the burdens that you bear, and you don't think nobody cares. A storm comes out of nowhere, and you're feeling like it just ain't fair. Not here to preach about.
Join us as we seek to rescue these young people one at a time, get them back on their feet and ready to take wing.
I've experienced so much in here, and I haven't taken it for granted. I think I'm worth it because I'm taking this and running with it.
When you feel you can't go on,